How's it going, guys? Nick Step from theScore eSports here with NBK of Team EnVyUs. Now, unfortunately, you guys are not able to participate after a disappointing group stage result in the playoffs here at IEM Katowice. Can you sort of walk me through what you think were sort of EnVyUs's main weaknesses during this group stage?
It was a whole thing as a team. It was very tough to come into the tournament with a preparation that was very shaky. We couldn't work really on what we wanted during the past week, so we didn't feel very confident into our game coming there. And then, yeah, we couldn't work our way through the tournament as a team. We didn't really play good off of each other, and it was just hard to. I mean, you cannot really create team play. You can just put players in situations where they play as a group by forcing them on like, yeah, you're four here and just rush. That's pretty much what you can do. But yeah, if you don't have that natural team play or that exact will to play together, it's just very hard to make things work. And that was the main thing for us in this tournament.
In what way did sort of the length of the day, where it was many games with some gaps in between spread out across 10 hours, sort of prevent you guys from building that teamwork or find that teamwork that you, as you're saying, was missing?
Well, it's, you have breaks so you can talk, but we didn't really focus on anything while we were playing, which is obviously a big mistake on our side, because maybe we could have picked it up. After the phase game, we felt like, okay, we can still make it. Like, we started very wrong, but we have to win 2 games and boom, we're in Spodek, which we didn't do because, I don't know, the Temper Storm game was kind of crazy. But yeah, all the motivation we had in the previous tournaments, that hype, that fire that the Brazilians were bringing by screaming every single round, that was not there for us, and that was probably the biggest mistake we could have made, not being able to figure this out and work it out between the matches.
Well, you did say that the Tempo Storm match was not only crazy, but I think that their results here have been a little bit crazy as well. They played an extremely close series against Navi just earlier today. Have you been impressed by their play so far, and what have you noticed that really sparked your interest when you watch this team play?
It's new stuff. It's players that you're not used to see, so basically you just don't really know what to expect from them, and they look to have an insane amount of motivation, an insane amount of skill as well going into that. And I think being coached by the Fallen mentality, you can see what he made with Luminosity. And if Tempo Storm, well, they definitely got some of that from him. They make it work, and it's the simple thing. It looks like they were putting work. They went now, I guess, to America, living there just like Luminosity, and they're ready to take it to the next level. And it shows in their game. They've been dominant when they're playing, very aggressive, and they're like a top team. You cannot really allow mistakes against them, and you have to be good in your game plan and just headshot the people you have ahead of you.
Now, another team in your group that's had a slightly different result lately has been Virtus.pro, actually, the hometown boys here in Poland. They've actually struggled a lot online. Leipzig, not so good. Here, okay during the group stage, but then Fnatic took care of them pretty handily there. What is your read on Virtus.pro, and what do you think their struggles are?
Yeah, they're in an extremely shaky state. Obviously, their record in ESL Pro League is just terrific for such a team, because they don't belong there. They don't belong to be down 1-11 in that league. It's crazy to see that from players with that much experience. And there are phases in every team, and now it's just all going to be able. We're just going to see if they're able to pick it up, because they all have tons of experience. They can have several leaders, and they have several figures in a team. So it's always hard to know what the problems are. You never really know out of the team, because it could be anything. Like, you don't know what's going on, what the talks are, or how it's working, who is leading, etc. But there are people with a lot of experience, so I'm expecting them to bounce back in the right fashion.
I want to return to you guys, since you did say that Virtus.pro might be having some leadership issues. That's something that you guys have been very vocal about, having some problems in communication in sense, and you said earlier. Yeah. I understand that you've taken over some of the responsibility in that sense. How's that been going for you? What do you think personally for you has been the biggest hurdle in taking on that mantle?
The problem is very paradoxical, because if you want to play very good as a team, every player has to sacrifice themselves and give themselves into the global team and working as a group, and that's mainly what has been not working for us. People have been very I don't know, egoistic about their game. They don't really want to give everything it takes to just win as a group, and sometimes people care more about their own performance or their own impact into the game than thinking what to do better for the team and the group. And that was our main issue. So you can bring any kind of leader, any tactic, you can bring anything basically. It's not going to work if you don't have that basic in your team to just give everything you have for the team. So that was our. I mean, it still is our main problem, and something very deep and not easy to fix. So we are trying to just put the pieces together, but it's just taking some time, and we're trying to fix it.
Now you did say you're taking the time to fix the pieces. I think one of the big milestones that's coming up for you guys is, of course, the major at the end of the month. Sure. You know, what is your sort of your goal in terms of preparation for that event? You know, where do you hope to be come the end of March?
The main goal for us is going to be to find that natural team play and that will to work with each other again. Even if it happens one day before the major, it's going to be good enough for us to bounce back and to be good at the tournament. So that's going to be the main focus for the next weeks. Tactically, we know where we stand. We know that what we have can work. Our game plans, etc. I know every team how to play against them and how to approach the games, but it's not enough to win. You need to have all the individuals that are really focused and 100% into the team. So it's tough, but you know we have to make that individual work on each and every player that you have and move forward from there.
Well, I certainly hope you guys can come out strong at the next major. Maybe we'll see you there again sometime. And thanks so much for taking the time to talk to us now.